Hello and welcome to this new country deep dive. In this presentation, Sergey Solomatin, Commercial Director MC Intermark Auto, will present you the market called Russia, a flourishing market in terms of fleet and mobility innovation. Enjoy Sergey's presentation.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Russian Fleet Trends. I will be guiding you through the latest innovations and provide you with a market overview. So once we are done, you have a complete understanding of what's going on in Russia. My name is Sergey Solomatin. I'm the commercial director of a leasing company called MC Intermark Auto.
And here's our expertise. We were pioneers of Russian operating leasing, being established in April 2004. We have a solid base of suppliers and provide high-quality service all over Russia in more than 250 locations. In 2019, we became a subsidiary of Mitsubishi Corporation and got access to extremely competitive funding, which resulted in pricing improvement and a significant fleet growth. Our mother company, Mitsubishi Corporation, has a very strong financial capacity, being a production and financial conglomerate number one in Japan and having diversified businesses in 90 countries. Such businesses cover all aspects of our life, from food products to energy production and urban development. In Russia, Mitsubishi Corporation focuses on automotive businesses, including cars production, financial services with leasing, and e-commerce. Let's have a closer look at our market. With a population of over 145 million people, we have a total fleet on road of 59 million vehicles. We have several challenges, and the climate is one of them. Just imagine, in the same location, like Moscow for instance, winter colds can reach minus 30 degrees Celsius, and summer heat is plus 30 degrees Celsius. It all impacts car selection behavior. The other challenge is the large territory. We have 10 different time zones. And just imagine, you have only one working hour in Moscow in order to discuss something with Far East to match Far East working hours. So, the regional presence for any service organization is becoming crucial, as well as maintaining high-level service quality across Russia. This is a key success factor. Every year in Russia, on average, over 1.5 million new cars are sold. Of course, crisis impacts sales, but the market is recovering gradually. If to look closer at the dynamics of new car sales, you will definitely notice a dominance of Lada, a domestic brand. However, except for Lada Largus, which is a light commercial vehicle, this brand is mainly consumed by individual customers. Corporate users prefer Volkswagen, Skoda, Renault, and Korean brands. And they are the most popular car models among multinational corporates. Such vehicles are ordered as the entry level for field force. Pharmaceutical, technician, and other commercial representatives mainly drive them. But what is so special about these makes? Of course, these OEMs have strong regional coverage and solid stock of spare parts. Human resources specialists appreciate these cars for the brand image and loyalty among private users. Thus, most of them are in global policies, so the OEMs apply additional discounts for corporate buyers. As you may see, almost all cars from this selection are equipped with automatic gearboxes. Such trend started several years ago in Moscow and now is applicable for entire Russia. The main reason is convenience. The traffic is getting massive, so automatic transmissions are more convenient while you make a lot of short stops. Now let's have a closer look at Automotive Market split. Among 59 million vehicles, 4.7 million belong to legal entities, which is 8% of the total country fleet. Almost 90% of legal entities fleet is in ownership, which gives a solid chance for further saturation by operating lease. Currently, operating lease market is estimated as 90,000 units, out of which 9% belong to local and state customers, 31% goes to car sharing, and the majority, 60%, belongs to multinational corporates. Multinationals were first who started using operating lease in Russia, so it is natural that they keep the largest share so far. Operating lease volumes increased for the last years. Yeah, the 2020 was not easy due to pandemic environment and ban of some businesses. However, the market did not show a negative result, which is a good sign, and now we have chances to return to growth gradually. More than 90% of current operating lease market are ordinary passenger cars used by sales reps. LCV segment is relatively small, but it will be growing after a new pandemic reality. Let's have a closer look at competition. All European leaders are here and utilize advantages of global contracts. However, local heroes are demonstrating reliability, and pretty often multinational corporates include them in policies due to better pricing, flexibility, and tailor-made approach. As you can see, the market is no longer dominated by European providers. The locals got half of it. Moreover, the local servicing aspects and financial strength are comparable with the global leasing players. Procurement teams, while selecting a lease provider, of course focus on the budget. However, they do not forget about provider's experience. The successful supplier should have own in-house capacity to support customers' needs and high quality proven by real contact references. You know, a word of mouth is very important in Russia. As previously mentioned, new pandemic reality impacted an LCV segment growth. People started buying more through marketplaces and rely on contactless delivery. As a result, our local Amazon boosted, launched successful IPO, and now plan to double the fleet by adding around 5,000 commercial vehicles. They even consider expansion to the neighboring countries. Another trend is related to electrification, which has started from Moscow public transport. We have a solid EV buses growth and a local production. In fact, by adding 500 electric buses to Moscow transportation system back to 2020, we got the largest European EV public fleet, and the future plans are truly ambitious. The Moscow Transportation Department aims at a complete switch to electric buses by 2030, and during current year plans to stop buying traditional buses at all. Another interesting innovative development is related to autonomous drive. We have a leading IT company called Yandex, also known as Russian Google. They started first Russian autopilot tests in 2017. A year later, 2 more countries were added to challenge different road conditions and intensity of traffic. In 2020, they used self-driving algorithms to educate rovers for delivery, and by 2021, they became the most experienced autonomous drive company, with over 10 million kilometers driven on open roads in a self-driving mode. They have currently 130 autonomous cars spread between Russia, the USA, and Israel, and 100 rovers, which you can use to order food or get small deliveries in Moscow. As for cars, then self-driving taxi trips are possible now, in some special districts, but planned to be widespread by 2025. The idea is to order a regular taxi and get a simple notification from the app. Hey, you will be driven by Yandex Autopilot. Isn't that amazing? Short-term mobility is actively developing in Russia. In fact, by the end of 2019, the Moscow car-sharing fleet with 31,000 cars became the largest in the world. Other large cities, in particular southern Russian resorts, are also increasing mobility fleet. Since the very beginning of mass car sharing in 2015, operators selected a free-floating model and increased gradually scope of zones where you can park your car. Car sharing for mass car is a good supplementary to a public transportation system. You shall not care about parking, as is included in the fee, and normally car sharing operators refuel and clean cars once they idle. So, an individual receives a complete package and simply enjoys rides. All actions are done technologically through the mobile application. The car can be locked and unlocked even in case of the weak connectivity, thanks to advanced telematics and wireless connectivity. Private lease or a car subscription is another trend which is becoming popular in large cities. We have two groups of subscription operators: IT companies and OEMs. OEMs were the first who started such initiatives 2 years ago. Hyundai Mobility became the most successful, adding more than 1,000 subscribers during a first year of operation. IT companies followed the trend and launched similar products on a multi-brand car makes principle. The most advanced here are two companies: Yandex, who offers subscription through own car sharing application, and the IT startup Machina, who launched last December. The Machina app has amazing dynamics, as reached top 30 applications ranking in Russian mobile app store by April 2021. The very latest subscription project is related to Volkswagen Group, who launched it in April 2021 for Škoda and Audi brands. They utilize a technological cooperation with Belka Car, so it's a white label performed by a car-sharing operator. Subscriptions shall positively impact development of the Russian leasing market. From one hand side, it's a mentality switch from the ownership to usership habit. And from the other hand side, operating lease is essential element of the subscription product, so the leasing volumes shall grow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to make a conclusion. We have a mature market, as all the main providers are here. We're technologically advanced and adapt main trends of public sector electrification, autonomous drive, and personal mobility. You as a customer have a great choice of mobility options: corporate leasing, taxi aggregation, car sharing, and a car subscription, of course. All local heroes are ready to fight for you and please all your needs, perfecting their in-house processes and demonstrating extra flexibility when needed. Thanks for your interest to our market. It was my pleasure to guide you through our trends. We are always glad to share a consultancy regarding car policies and participate in benchmarking. Let's discuss your needs in details.
Thank you, Sergey Solomatin from MC Intermark Auto, for your dynamic presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, don't hesitate to watch the other regional and country deep dives available for you in this section.